Hello everyone, welcome to Prompt with Pal. This is our 75th episode, and what a moment to celebrate because Ignite just dropped some of the most exciting announcements for Copilot and agentic ecosystem. Microsoft introduced deeper reasoning capabilities across Microsoft 365, the brand new Office agent, the Work IQ, which now understands your work patterns, preferences, and context to help choose the right agent, right action at the right time. We will break down all of these Ignite updates in the coming week in a simple and a relatable way. But today we are diving into one of the most powerful additions announced yesterday, the workflow agent. This episode shows you how one natural language instruction can turn into an end-to-end automation that plans itself, chooses the connectors, builds the workflow, runs the test, and even delivers the categorized insights into teams. This is AI that doesn't just assist, it orchestrates your work, and let us jump in to see how it works. So before I show you what Workflow Agent can do, let me start with how I bring it into my workspace. Inside Copilot app, I go to All Agents, and here you will find a dedicated section called Built by Microsoft. This is where Microsoft publishes its production grade first party agent that come ready to use. Among these is the workflow agent. It takes the natural language intention, plans the workflow, chooses the right connectors, and builds the entire automation for you. I select the workflow agent, click create workflow, and instead of the blank designer or manual configuration, I get a single prompt box. This is because the workflow agent starts with intention, no steps. So I begin with one simple instruction, as you can see here. Each weekday morning, review all the 100 emails from the last 24 hours and send me a summary on Teams. No step-by-step details, no rules, no conditions, no manual triggers, just what I want in natural language. The workflow agent immediately expands my one-liner into a complete workflow definition. It understands that this is a weekday morning workflow. The window is the last 24 hours. I need the message that are high priority, time sensitive, and require action. So it must categorize them into need response, for your information, other important email. And it should send everything to me on Teams. This is Work IQ in action. The system understands my work patterns and the kind of information I look for. Before generating the automation, it explains the entire logic in plain English. Trigger every weekday at 8 a.m., retrieve 100 emails, and analyze and categorize. Send a Teams message with the summary. This is the agent showing its reasoning clearly and transparently. It then lists assumptions it has made using my default inbox, sending the summary directly in Teams, including sender, subject, summary, deadline, and next steps. And here are the connections the agent decided it needs: Office 365 Outlook, Microsoft Teams, AI Actions, Dataverse. None of these were manually selected. The workflow agent chooses every required integrations. So let's see it in action. So to check everything is working, I ran the workflow manually for the first time because no emails had arrived in the last 24 hours because this is my test environment. The result was exactly what you see here. No unread emails were found in the default inbox for the last 24 hours. Perfect. The workflow is functioning correctly. Next, I sent myself a couple of test emails. Then I ran the workflow again, and look at the result. The workflow agent retrieved the email I just received, analyzed them, and categorized them exactly as designed. And here is the final beautifully formatted summary delivered into Teams, organized into need response, for your information, other important emails. What you've just saw is the workflow agent end-to-end, from intention to planning to automation to live execution to categorized insights delivered in Teams. This is not traditional automation. This is AI that understands your work and runs your workflow for you. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Today we saw the workflow agent in action, how simple intention becomes a complete multi-step automation that understands your work, evaluates your data, and runs your routine without touching a single rule. This is the power of new agentic architecture and Work IQ. It is context-aware, pattern-aware, and tuned to the way you work. So next week, we are breaking down the rest of the Ignite announcements, including Office document agents, new planning and reasoning models, deeper teams and Outlook intelligence, and how Work IQ brings everything together behind the scenes. So thank you for joining me on this special 75th milestone. See you next time. Thank you.